In Detroit, Michigan, Republican Senate nominee Mike Rogers has extended an invitation to Democrats dissatisfied with their party's candidate in this pivotal battleground state, declaring, "You have a home with us." Rogers, a former congressman and FBI agent making his second consecutive bid for the U.S. Senate after a narrow defeat 2 years prior, launched his Democrats for Mike Rogers coalition at a recent campaign event in western Detroit, standing with a group of voters supportive of his candidacy. Rogers' outreach follows a contentious Democratic Senate primary, in which Abdul El-Sayed won a narrow victory over Rep. Haley Stevens, a candidate positioned as more moderate. Seeking to attract Democrats uneasy with the party's progressive nominee, Rogers highlighted his willingness to engage with those who feel unrepresented by their party's current direction, stating, "To Democratic voters who feel their nominee doesn't represent them or their values, all hope is not lost. I'm not asking you to be a Republican. I'm asking you for the opportunity to earn your trust. Our door is open." This overture comes amid concerns over some of El-Sayed's past statements and policy proposals. Recent public opinion surveys indicate a competitive race, with the margin between El-Sayed and Rogers well within statistical uncertainty. According to a Fox News poll conducted in early August, Rogers holds a slight advantage, driven in part by exceptional unity among Republican voters. The poll suggests that 96% of Republicans support Rogers, while El-Sayed's support among Democrats stands at 91%. Notably, support among non-DSA Democrats and independents is significantly lower compared to Democratic Socialists of America, DSA, members. Rogers observed, "This is going to be a tight race. It's Michigan. We're going to take advantage of the fact that people are pausing to think if El-Sayed represents their values." He underscored that some lifelong Democratic voters are considering backing him for the first time, viewing this as indicative of the centrality of shared values in the upcoming election. A Democratic voter, identified as Chelsea from West Bloomfield, expressed her decision to support Rogers despite her long history of supporting Democratic candidates, explaining that, "Sometimes the election calls for us to look at something bigger than our party lines," and stating that El-Sayed does not share the values she wishes to see represented. In response, El-Sayed's campaign emphasized Rogers' alignment with former President Donald Trump, arguing that Rogers would consistently prioritize Trump's agenda over Michigan's interests. The campaign asserted that El-Sayed is uniquely positioned to assemble a winning coalition, and pledged to address issues such as reducing political financial influence and improving economic prospects for Michigan residents. El-Sayed, an epidemiologist and former Wayne County Health Department director, would be the first Muslim senator elected in U.S. history, if successful. He has advocated for policies including Medicare for all, the abolition of immigration and customs enforcement (ICE), and has taken a critical stance toward Israel's actions in Gaza, describing them as genocide. Among Rogers' supporters is Rabbi Asher Lopatin of Huntington Woods, Michigan, who expressed grave concerns about El-Sayed's candidacy, especially regarding attitudes toward Israel and Jewish constituents. Lopatin noted a growing movement among Jewish voters who have typically supported Democratic candidates, but are now considering Rogers due to recent political developments and concerns over civility within the state Democratic Party, particularly following incidents at the state party convention. Rogers also highlighted conversations with Jewish students at the University of Michigan who reported feeling unsafe displaying Jewish symbols on campus. He argued that the increase in violent rhetoric could significantly impact the